welcome the man we're all going to have to learn to call Dr. Matt Smith.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. No kills for the Gentiles. I got a bad case of loving you.
Matt Smith, Matt Smith, Matt Smith.
Yo, hello everyone. There's a whole audience here.
It's a whole audience here,
Yeah.
and many of them, like me, are very excited to meet you properly.
Well, that's a... Thank you very much for saying so.
We're excited because, of course, you are now the Doctor.
I am.
What a thing that must be. What a change in your life already, even though we haven't seen the shows yet, even though the impact hasn't been felt. When did you audition for this role? When and how did you find out you got it?
Well, my mum randomly texted me saying, you should be the next Doctor, about a sort of week before my agent called me and said, do you fancy auditioning for the part? And so I said, yeah. And then I went for 2 kind of secret auditions where you have to sign in.
Yeah, they've got to keep them secret. It's a big interest in this.
Yes, yes. I mean, you know, we're showing the new ep on the 3rd, and it feels like a massive security breach, frankly. But anyway, so I auditioned, and I thought nothing of it, really, and it was in a very trashy hotel. And then I got a call back from my agent saying, yeah, you can go again. So I went for the second one. I just tried to do it as sort of clearly and creatively and honestly as I could, which is all you can ever do, you know?
Matt, let me interrupt you. When you audition, do they give you a script of a Doctor Who episode? Do they ask you to do something for new? So they give one that's been out already or a new one?
No, they gave me Ep 1.
So they gave you something from the new series?
Well, you know, first it was just some sides and then it was the whole ep. And I read it because I was part of that barren age where it wasn't on TV.
Yeah. The dark years, we call them.
The dark years. You know, what were they doing, right? Come on, it's Doctor Who, it's the best. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so I got the part, and then I found out, and then, of course, I couldn't tell anyone for 3 months.
So they told you had the part, and you couldn't tell anyone? You couldn't even tell family? They didn't want you to tell
friends? I
friends?
told my mum, my dad, and my granddad. I told him on Christmas Eve, and you know, he was very excited, and my sister. But that was it. That was literally it.
So you have to keep it quiet?
Yeah, of course.
How great to be the new Doctor. How excited are you?
Oh, man, I'm thrilled. I mean, I don't know, to my mind, it is pretty much the best part in British televisual history, isn't it? I think. And, of course, you know, what's really, truly incredible about it is that you're not bound by space or time or logic or genre. So, as an actor, it's sort of infinite, really.
Because you can do it, you can be a Shakespearean character in it, you can also be in the far-flung future, you can even be a different character. I mean, in the David Tennant years, of course, and sadly they're over, and he was a tremendous Doctor.
He was wonderful, you know.
As was Christopher Eccleston.
I loved Chris as well, I thought Chris was great, yeah.
But there was one small story strand where he'd completely forgotten he was the Doctor.
Who? David did?
Yeah.
In the show, you mean?
Do you not watch the series?
Oh, sorry, you mean in the actual, as a narrative structure?
Real life, he didn't
right,
lose
sorry, of course,
He didn't wake up and said, oh, I'm out of work.
Yeah. Be worrying, wouldn't it?
I'm saying, as an actor, that must be great knowing you don't... the infinite possibilities, nearly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's something that, obviously, as the series goes on, you realise more and more, and I think my Doctor probably becomes more assured as the series evolves and develops. And, I mean, you know, of course... it's infinite narrative, and therefore there are infinite multitudes of the character that you can explore and that sort of become more and more interesting. I mean, we meet the companion in a very ingenious way. I showed it you earlier. I've got this to show you, sir.
This is the new Sonic Screwdriver,
man.
That's wow. This is the proper one.
That's it.
This is the one you use in the show.
Yeah.
Because I know they're going to bring out a toy version of this, and I've held one of the toy ones, and obviously it's considerably larger. This is the actual one.
That is the one.
Oh man, I'm excited now.
Yeah, of course, right? It's cool, isn't it? And that's where he checks all his readings.
Someone's trousers are going to fall down right now. Did you, when you got it, did you practice at home brandishing it and whipping out your pocket? And
Absolutely. And I sort of tossed it a few times. Can I say it? Yeah. There you are. And that's where he checks his readings.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
It's exciting.
I started doing that quite a lot to start with.
So
because the weight of it's different to the old one, because I use the old one, of course.
So when they make you a prop, you do at the beginning, they give it to you to go and to make it your own, to play around with it.
Yeah. I think with anything dramatic, you sort of have to reinvent it as your own thing, you know?
Now, the TARDIS is different as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You're going to love that. It's great.
How is it different?
Again, I can't give too much away.
Oh, come on.
It's bigger. There you go, it's bigger.
Well, how can it be bigger?
Well, it's bigger.
What, bigger on the inside?
It's bigger on the inside than bigger on the inside previously. Yeah, it's bigger.
But the outside is still smaller?
The outside is still a police blue box, yeah.
So the outside looks exactly the same?
Well, it's a different tint. There's a different blue.
That's not the most exciting revelation
Oh, really?
I
Okay,
could have
sorry.
winkled out of you.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's sort of bigger on the inside. There are... it's difficult because you can't really give away a lot. There are levels to it, I'll say that.
It's got whole other rooms.
Oh, yes, it's got whole other rooms. Yes. It's got a pool and a library and...
It has got a library, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Is there like a hot tub in there for like smoochy nights?
For alone time with me and Amy, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
and
yes.
so Amy is the new companion.
Yes, the lovely new companion played by Karen Gillan, who's
Karen
who's
Gillan,
a
a lovely
dream.
young actress, and they've gone for a ginger lady again.
They have, yes, a fiery red.
Is this a kind of like a proactive thing? They're trying to welcome them back into the bosom of... No, because a ginger person gets a bad time, can get a hard time in the UK, the
Right,
ginger
okay.
mingers. And now they're saying, that's what people call them. And so they're saying, no, look.
Redheads are cool.
A doctor loves a redhead person. Boom.
Yeah, I think gingers are pretty hip. I mean, you've seen her. She's a 10.
Sober 10 or drunk 10?
No, I wouldn't do him. No, yeah. No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
We have a clip. I couldn't be more excited about this. This is a sneak peek at a scene which I think is in episode 6. So,
I can tell you about Ep6 then, you know,
Well, yeah.
once we've seen this, yeah.
but
Okay.
before we do, how many are there in this series, and how many have you finished shooting them all already?
Yeah.
So you finished shooting all of them?
We've shot 13, and so we've done all 13, and it's strange, you know, you spend your... Because it takes up all your time, just, you know, the line learning is extraordinary, so it's strange now to suddenly hand it over and people are going to...
So you can relax a little bit?
Yeah, well, I guess so, yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. This is from episode 6. Can you tell us anything about this? Do you want me
I
to...
can. This episode is called Vampires in Venice.
And you didn't shoot it in Venice, presumably?
No, we shot it in Croatia, which doubles up rather superbly for Venice, I must say.
So you shoot some in Wales, and then you do go to parts of Croatia or...
Some stuff is on location, yeah. And we went to a forest called Puzzlewood, and we went to Stonehenge.
So, so there's a Druid episode.
Yeah, which is rather glorious. And we got to go in the middle of it, which was...
Were you remotely tempted to carve your initials in one of them?
Absolutely. I wanted to climb on one, but they
wouldn't let
weren't
you?
having any of it. Yeah.
Let's have a look now then. Vampires in Venice. Look at this. That looks great, doesn't it? Doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
And the outfit we saw you in there, which is the little bow tie and all that, is that the outfit that you wear as a doctor?
Yeah, that is. But, it varies. And one thing I will say about this particular doctor and his costume is I think it will evolve, you know. I think it will be something that is quite like a hat.
Well, you should have a word with them.
Yeah, well, I have had a word.
Can you bring in your own things and say, how about this?
Yeah. I mean, I brought in the tweed jacket and the braces, and then I tried a bow tie, and they're a bit like... I don't know, but it just sort of sat right. You know.
So how long will you stay in the role? How long have you agreed to stay at the moment, and could that, or would that be extended, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, look, I hope to do at least... Well, I hope to do at least another year and ideally a couple more years. We'll see. You know, because it's a wonderful part, and I want to keep it. And I've, you know, sort of got my teeth into it now. And it's...
So David was there for 4 years, I think.
He was, yeah.
I think the longest-serving doctor is Tom Baker.
7, wasn't it?
7 years, yeah.
Yeah. Whether...
I know a few people involved in the series and TV. Some people have been writing, some people have just involved as future writers. And everyone who's seen the footage of you has said it's going to blow everyone away.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you.
That you're incredible in the role.
Thank
you know, I don't think
a lot.
it's a task that many people would envy following David Tennant, who was just incredible. I mean, really was. And that last couple of episodes, I don't think I've engaged as fully with drama on TV. It was.
But that's what it can do. That's the beauty of it.
That's the power of it.
You know, yeah.
But you are apparently living up to all those expectations. So I can't wait to see it. I welcome you to the role. I hope you have a tremendous time doing it, and I'm sure it's going to be an exciting new time for everyone who loves the series. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Smith.
Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Cheers, yeah.
You want to stay for the music, or do you want to...
Oh, yeah, I'll stay and have a little watch. Absolutely.
Thanks to all my guests tonight. Matt Smith, of course, Professor Brian Cox and Emma Thompson. Next week, my guest will be comedian, writer and star of multi-award-winning American sitcom 30 Rock.